Welcome to the Ben Daniel Podcast, where we're calling a spade. Folks, I like waking up the morning after a game and really reflecting on the night previous. Really assessing how I felt the night prior to how I feel right now. We're still on your neck, Christie. We're still on your neck. I woke up and I felt energized, vitalized, rejuvenated, some might say. Although it was a late night, hit me on the late night. Hit me on the late night. Although it was a late night, I woke up and I was like, oh, I got the same energy. I got the same energy. Folks, we love Caitlin Clark around here. We are fans of Caitlin Clark, supporters of Caitlin Clark. Some of you guys are WNBA supporters. Some of you are Indiana Fever supporters. We all support Caitlin Clark, right? We all love this picture too. We got Superwoman and we got Caitlin Clark Kent. But even Caitlin Clark Kent has her kryptonite, folks. Even Caitlin Clark Kent has her kryptonite. And now at first, I would only go after one Christie sides. I would only go after one Christie sides when we're talking about real kryptonite. But folks, shout out to Livewire Sports Media. Please subscribe to the channel. I have a newfound energy for Lin Dunn this morning. For Lin Dunn, I have a newfound energy. Fire Lin Dunn. I'm sorry to scream in your ear right there. Fire Lin Dunn. Lin Dunn, you can step down. You can step down and step aside. Folks, I'm not going to jump in the 90-year history of Lin Dunn. I'm not going to do that. What I do know, Tamika Catchings used to be the general manager of the Indiana Fever. In comes Lin Dunn as the interim general manager of the Indiana Fever. And here we are 2 years later. We have Lin Dunn. We have Christie Sides. We have two of the biggest airheads in the WNBA handling the biggest superstar the WNBA has ever seen in its measly 27-year existence. And what are these two people doing? They are drowning Caitlin Clark. They are holding hostage Caitlin Clark. I want everybody to go back in their memory. Go back in their memory. Go back to early April. Do you guys remember this night? Let me know if you remember this night, please.
Kathy Engelbert.
With the first pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Indiana Fever select Caitlin Clark, University of Iowa.
Father Brent or Mother Ann, and heading to the podium, she is officially a member of the
That is a picture that now lives in infamy. Caitlin Clark receiving her jersey from Kathy Engel. Do you guys remember that day? Do you guys remember that night? I know I do. I was one of the 2 million plus people watching that. You know who else was watching that night? We got our teammates, Lexi Hull, Erica Wheeler. They were watching that night too. How did they respond to Caitlin Clark getting drafted?
With the first pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Indiana Fever select Caitlin.
Little did we know, folks, that was the start of us being exposed to Erica Wheeler. Erica Wheeler was cheering like, yes, 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 yes. Yes. Finally, I get to hold somebody back. Finally, I get to take away the shine of a young rookie. Finally. Woo, Erica Wheeler was cheering like she hit the damn lottery for real. For real. Pumped about winning the lottery, the Caitlin Clark lottery. It wasn't just her, folks. They decided, hey, let's just throw 10,000 plus fans in Gamebridge Arena so we all can cheer for Caitlin Clark being the first round pick, so we all can cheer for Caitlin Clark. Yep. Yeah, they were excited. They were excited about getting Caitlin Clark. But little did we all know that we would have to suffer a year of Lin Dunn and Christie Sides. We have Christie Sides, the disabler, and Lin Dunn, the enabler. One more time so everybody in the back can hear me. We have Christie Sides, the disabler, and Lin Dunn, the enabler. Lin Dunn is an abomination. Christie Sides is an abomination. Both of them can leave the Indiana Fever. But why do I have so much just energy for Lin Dunn this morning, right? That could be a question that you guys are asking me, right? That could be a question that you guys are asking me. Well, shout out to Livewire Sports Media again. I'm scrolling the internet and I see that Lin Dunn gave an interview with Dan Dockage where she spoke on the offense, where she spoke on the turnovers, where she spoke on getting stronger, playing on the road, etc., where she spoke. Let's take a listen, shall we? Let's listen to one small little part, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about it. Once again, Livewire Sports Media, I appreciate you. Let's hear it right here.
Incumbent in the WNBA is it on a coach to get a player shots?
Well, I think I wouldn't say the coach has got to get her shots. I think the system has to create good shooting opportunities for your best shooters. And so if Caitlin Clark is good at coming off of a pin down, or if she's good at coming off staggers, you know, we've got to create ways for her to get good shots. But let's remember now, the best defender on everybody's team is taking Caitlin Clark. And so whatever you're running, it better be run at a real high efficiency, or she's not going to get open, or she's going to be trapped. You know, let's stymie that best player. So just getting her an easy shot's tough.
Yeah, that's what I try to tell people.
And there it is. Dan, I don't care what you have to say now. Appreciate you, Dan. Appreciate you. So, how incumbent of the coach is it to get your best player shots? And the answer Lin Dunn gave was, well, I don't think it's incumbent for the coach to get the player shots. I think it's the system to create the shots, to create the opportunity for the player to get. Lin Dunn, I know you're pushing 100. Who creates the system? Who puts the sets in place? Who puts the actions in motion? Who's from the sidelines waving their hands, practicing ASL, calling all the plays? It's not Caitlin Clark. It's Christie Sides. Now, this interview was 2 weeks ago, so this was before Caitlin Clark decided to put the team on her back. Say, you know what? I'll just put you guys on my back. When I do have the ball, I'll just put you on my damn back. So this interview did take place before that. But Lin Dunn, who? What? Whose responsibility is it to create shots for your best player? It's the coach's responsibility, you goofball. It's the coach's responsibility to implement a system that gets the best shots for their best player, that gets the team their best chance to win. What are you smoking? You got that good retina THC. right? That's what they're prescribing you, that good retina healing THC. This is incredible, folks. This is in Michael Jordan, Doug Collins, Phil Jackson. Yep, time to go off to the races. Steph Curry, Mark Jackson, solid player. Steve Kerr, yup. Record-breaking season, record-breaking season, record-breaking season. Yeah, no duh. Rick Carlisle is a hell of a coach, but it took Jason Kidd to come in and say, whoa, 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 whoa. We're using this guy all wrong. Dennis Smith, get your ass out of here. Luka, this is all you, baby. Kevin McHale at the Houston Rockets, bye-bye. In comes Mike D'Antoni for James Harden. You guys forgot about that, right? You forgot about Kevin McHale with the Houston Rockets. Bye, Kevin. You're no longer needed here. We'll get Mike D'Antoni, James Harden. This is your show. Do what you may. Oh, okay. I see. I see now. I get it now. We're just going to act stupid, right? But I'm not going to get into your history because you've won in your past. So back when you were younger, maybe a little bit more cognizant, a little bit more fresh up top, maybe then we would have been getting a different answer in that interview. But that answer I heard, yep. I woke up this morning. I felt good, folks. I did. I woke up. I felt good. There's a couple races going on today. I have my coffee already. Nothing. No problem today. No problem today. What else did we hear? She's getting their best defenders every night. Well, at least you can see that, Lin Dunn. I appreciate you. At least you can see and notice that they're getting their best defender 94 feet. But guess what we're not seeing? Any help bringing the ball up? So we could just get it across half court so we're not seeing the same defender breathing down my neck 94 feet? No, Caitlin Clark needs to do the dribble drill. 2 dribbles to your right, crossover, 2 dribbles to your left, crossover, 2 dribbles to your right, crossover just to get it up half court. She's got to use her strength and agility to smoke these fools just to get it across half court because they want to press her so much. Press at your own will. Trust me. You want to play up Caitlin Clark? She's going to get by you, folks. She is. She's showing you that. I think she just started to realize, oh, this is easy getting by these girls. And one. Come on. Stop it. And then once they start laying back, well, you can't lay back. Splash, splash, splash. Then Lin Dunn says you need to run the offense at a high efficiency. She's seeing the best defenders. So whatever offense you're going to run, you're going to need to run it at a high efficiency. Christie Size is not the person to run your offense at a high efficiency. Christie Size isn't the person to run your offense at all. But what you pretty much are just saying there, Christie Sides isn't creative enough to run a high-efficient system with Caitlin Clark as your centerpiece. Or Leah Boston as your centerpiece. You know how I know? Because you wouldn't have had the first pick this year if Christie Sides was able to make it happen. That's why. Because I'm coming here talking to you guys about Christie Sides, and yeah, she's in over her head. But are you saying no to the job? Be honest, right? Can we fault Christie Sides for saying no to the job when she was offered the job? No. Can't fault her for that. But what we can fault her, for is now that she has the job, what resources are you using to best utilize the tools that you have at your disposal? Or are you only using the air in between your ears? Are you only using the dead space inside that cranium? I need to know, folks. I really need to know. Seriously. And then I dug in the rabbit hole a little bit. It's like, do these people just not get it? Do they just not get how big of a deal Caitlin Clark is? Do they not get how big of a superstar Caitlin Clark is? The pressure that comes with Caitlin Clark? Folks, this is Lin Dunn and Christie Sides draft day. Media draft day availability. I'm going to play you about a minute and a half, 2 minutes. These are back-to-back questions that I could not mention, right? If we're going to talk about this subject, I'm going to bring you what I think is relevant, right? These are back-to-back questions that highlight how far gone we are from reality. Let's take a listen here to what Christie Sides and Lin Dunn both had to say.
And then for you, Christie, last year, obviously you went through it with Aaliyah, just the expectations of a number one overall pick. How do you as a coach just mentor them and help them balance those expectations and go through maybe the ups and downs they have throughout a season?
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be the challenge, right, man? I mean, that's our staff's been together the last few weeks just trying to, talk about what direction we're going to go with different things, and it always comes back to the chemistry in the locker room and making sure that, these guys there's so much outside noise going on with these guys with social media. And so just to make sure they are connected in there and have each other's back, I think it's a challenge for all of us, just to make sure they're not listening to, what outside people are saying and just paying attention to what's going on the inside. And we've got a great group that was here last year that kind of went through it. I actually tried to, when I thought I needed to meet with a couple of them, they laughed and they're like, "Coach, we're good. Like, this is what we've been dealing with since we were in college." So, we'll discuss some things, but, we talk about what it takes to be a special organization, be a special player. And I said this out there, but you have to have a talent, which every one of these players have an amazing gift. But like Lynn said earlier, like the character of the person, that's huge for us. Do they fit in our culture? And then just be crazy competitive. And so these three guys do that for us.
This is for either of y'all, but I was talking to fans outside and asked about the anticipation of tonight. And, others' opinions might vary, but someone told me that this was the most anticipated sports pick they've had as an Indianapolis fan since maybe Peyton Manning. When you hear that, does it put it maybe into more perspective of how unique, how special this moment is for this franchise and this city?
Wow. That's a wow. That's a wow. I mean, I'm a big Peyton Manning fan. He's a Rocky Topper. So that's putting her in some really high cotton talent there. But wow, I'm glad the fans think that. I hope that's the direction that we're going. And certainly we'd like to follow in Peyton's footsteps and win a championship just like he did.
Mm-hmm. No, Lynn. No. Wrong answer. You don't hope the fans think that. You don't say, "I'm glad the fan." Lynn, you should think that, Lynn. You should think that. This is the biggest pick in this state's history since Peyton Manning. I thought he was going to say Andrew Luck, but Peyton Manning, damn, that's going back quite some time. They had no idea that this was the hottest thing since sliced bread coming into your hands. That's why this organization is so ill-prepared. That's why they only put out 250 jerseys. These people are clueless. That's a wow. That's a wow. That's a wow. Huh? You had no idea. Dude, the look on their faces when the reporter told them what the city was feeling, what the state was feeling, what the fans were feeling, they were in complete shock, complete disbelief. Like they had no clue. That Caitlin Clark's walking through their door. I'm mind-boggled at that. But that answer from Lin Dunn highlights why this organization is so ill-prepared from a marketing standpoint, from a merchandising standpoint, from a build around this player standpoint. You don't realize that you have Peyton Manning. You don't realize you have Andrew Luck. You don't realize, oh, I got Peyton Manning? Okay, Edgerrin James, Brandon Pollard, okay, Brandon Stokely, Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, okay, Mathis, okay. What? Oh, damn, we lost Edgerrin James. We got to bring in Joseph Adai. If you got Peyton Manning, you need to bring in big guns. You can't let this slip out your hands. Using the same analogy, you can't do what the Colts did with Andrew Luck. Don't give him no help, no offensive line. He gets beat up and he retires because he's fed up. Yeah, that's a parallel I didn't think I was going to get to. No help and they're getting beat up. Caitlin Clark's punching seats. She's so fed up. She's not even giving Christie Sides the time of day to sit and talk. Christie Sides running a play. Caitlin was asking for a screen and for Kelsey to move. Sides decided to play play herself and told Caitlin to pass it off, which led to a turnover. They argued after. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look, Christie, you're an idiot. That's what Caitlin Clark is saying. You're wrong. You're wrong. No, you're wrong, Christie. You're wrong. Again, you're wrong. Again, you're wrong. You're wrong again. Christie, you're always wrong. Every time you're on the sideline telling me what to do with the ball, I have news for you, Christie. You are wrong every single time. You are wrong. This organization, these two are Caitlin Clark's kryptonite, folks. Caitlin Clark's kryptonite. The question prior to Lin Dunn given to Christie Sides was, hey, as a coach, how are you going to mentor Caitlin Clark? Knowing that you went through it last year with Aaliyah Ball. Christie Sides, how are you going to mentor Caitlin Clark? You're not mentoring her at all. In fact, I would say you probably are terrible to her. Yeah, there's a clip here. Yeah, there's a clip here. Yeah, smiling here. Yeah, they're joking here. Yeah, I'm sure. But underneath all that, when she gets yelled at in practice, there's a little bit more nastiness to it. When we're talking about Caitlin Clark in the media, there's a little bit more nastiness to it. You're over here saying that you're pulling to your team aside how to handle these expectations, and they said that they went through these expectations. They know how to handle it. Nah, coach, we're good. What do you mean you're good? What expectations? What expectations are you guys used to? My head was going to explode this morning. Shout out to Livewire Sports Media again for providing me with this information. Folks, we are watching two incompetent, useless women I have seen in quite a long time. This is a fumble of the nth degree. This is a disaster. Yes, folks, it is fire Christie Sides. It is fire Lin Dunn. We're done. We're done. We're done with Lin Dunn. We're done with Christie Sides. I've decided to be done with those two. Every time they're winning, it's despite of the coach. It's despite of the general manager. Every time they win a game, it's because Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, Nalissa Smith, Lexi Hall, Katie Lou. And that's it. It's despite of Christie Sides, Lin Dunn, and E-Dub. It's the Ben Daniel podcast where we're calling a spade. Folks, 24 minutes. I appreciate you for hanging out with me for 24 minutes. But sometimes you got to just let it go. Sometimes you just got to let it go. You guys have been asking for me to talk about Lin Dunn. You've been asking. I hope I didn't let you down. You guys have been asking for me to finally talk about the general manager. I hope I did not disappoint. Please enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Enjoy your Sunday as well. We are in the venue. Can somebody tell Wire what the venue is? Homegrown Sports Media. You know the deal. Appreciate everybody. Thank you. Take it easy.